They have the Renfe, right? That's the train, or the train that kind of goes above ground. And then they have the metro, which is the subway system. That's all underground. And the metro system is incredible. The train is too, but the metro, I think, is one of the, just a great public transport system, and more advanced than anything I've seen in America anywhere. It just goes, stories and stories underground, where it's crazy to, because if you track yourself, you get off, like, a lot of times you're running to get to these crazy places, and you have to get off one train and run over here and go down these escalators, get on another train, and then go down. And if you track it in your head, like how many escalators you've gone down, and you realize, like, we are like really far underground, like, this thing is nuts. And there's just tons of trains everywhere underground, and just this elaborate maze of metros that are weaving throughout the city. And it's all it's just crazy to think about. There's this booming city on top of the land with cars and tons of people and all these buildings and stuff. And then underground it goes, there's another city almost that goes all the way down, and there's just people everywhere underground too, and the metro going everywhere. And that's something that is really cool about Spain. So they've got that subway everywhere, and it provides a good opportunity to talk to people. Sometimes they're sitting down and can't leave for a while, and it's a cool and a fun way to get from place to place. So you go in. There's little, like, holes, what do you call them? I don't know. They're just entrances, I guess, to the metro that you find everywhere, and you memorize where those are, and then you run in there, go down, wait for the metro, and it comes, usually comes every like 3 minutes, and it depends on the stop you're at, but they come pretty consistently. And so you get in, go to the next, go to wherever you got to go, and then you get out. But it's just a cool little thing. It's really neat. And you just there's always, like, people never want to take the next train, so they always, like, it comes in, and then there's this familiar sound that everybody knows, where it's just like, it has this successive line of beeps right before the door is about to close, and everybody knows what, like, that sound means. And there'll be people on the top of the stairs that they hear that, like, oh no, and they just start booking it towards the train, because if you can, like, hit the button on the outside the door, before it's been too long, the doors will open back up and you can get in before the train leaves. And so that's always really funny to watch the herd of people jogging to the train as it's leaving. But and missionaries were, of course, like, the ones most concerned with that, because they didn't want to waste time, so they'd be always trying to book it to make the last train. So that was cool. I took the train, the Renfe, goes on that goes around on top. I had one area when I was in Alcorcón. We took that every day, because we lived with the elders in Móstoles, and that was just like about a 10-minute train ride from their area to ours. And so we would just live with them, and then we went to our area every day. It was and that was it was cool. It's fun riding the trains. I think it was a great way to get around. That's something I definitely miss. There's you get to look out the windows the whole time and kind of see all of Spain, which is really cool. I took a train when I went up to Galicia. I took a train that's like 7 hours from Madrid up to Galicia, and that was kind of the same thing. Is really cool. You just get to look out if you look out the window and see all of Spain. It's a great way to just be able to go through and see everything, and just really get a good idea for kind of what's going on. And it's cool. It's something that I really enjoyed. And when I was up in Galicia, we would take the train a lot too, just to go from one area to the next. The areas up there are much more spread out than they are in Madrid, and they don't have the metro system up there. It's just the Renfe. And so we'd go, the district meeting. It'd be, sometimes like an hour and a half train ride. And we'd pass. What was really cool is, you pass through all these towns on the way there. There's little stops along the way, and some of them are just like a stop in like what looks like, the middle of nowhere. And you see, it just like stops there for 5 seconds, and anyone that wants to get off can get off. People get on, and it's just cool to, be there. You like stop there for a second, just kind of look around and be like, man, where are we? And there's people like plowing their fields with like oxen out there and stuff, and like you're like, wow, what is going on here? And like just very very traditional, and everything's made out of stone, and it's super rainy up there, so everything's all mossy, and it's just, there's just this really cool farm culture that's I've never experienced. That's nothing like, anything I've ever seen here in America either. And it's just, I thought it was just, beautiful, just really cool stuff, really cool old world, traditional people that are just like, wow, this is, it's awesome to see that people, live like this and just love it. It's cool.